EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play, and Young is going to throw it. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. How it's long distance now? Let's go to that play.
First carry here for Ken Walker. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To throw, Young. Pressure comes, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game. Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Stafford. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. The slot man in motion right. From the gun, here's Stafford.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
To throw is Stafford. He finds his man, complete. That's Larson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing again is Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Warrior 70.
A shotgun snap for Stafford.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, sack. Take over.
Again, it's Stafford. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Ready? Come 19. Come 19.
Here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got to make the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Running left is Walker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Back to Walker on first down. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second and a couple.
Alert! Alert! Here we go!
Again, it's Walker. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Let's go! 18 right here! 18 right! 18 right! Go!
They'll try to throw now. Young. That's taken in. It's Xavier Ligon. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Ready! 60 bison! 60 bison!
It's Young off play action. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, the big play prior to this one got him down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last 2 plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. The Falcons sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. You look at this Carolina defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Here's Stafford. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go, set.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and a give to Robinson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Street.
Again, it'll be Robinson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
In motion, the tight end.
Ready.
Now it's Stafford. And it's caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. Now Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Shoves him aside, and he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, these two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Young to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
19,
Now here's Young.
Open man down the field. That's Ligon. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds.
A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Looking to throw, Young. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Young.
That one complete to Ligon. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. In motion goes the tight end. Again, it's Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They go play action. Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Breaks through the contact. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Now Stafford. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing is Stafford.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Here we go. Check smash. Check smash. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Stafford. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Check. Warrior 70. Cup 19. Check go.
Back to throw. Stafford. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Ready up.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Stafford now to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Larson. Now whistles and a timeout with 3. Left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the... And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Out of the gun, Stafford. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Stafford. He completes it to Wilson. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Track 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Here we go on fourth. Stafford. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge fourth down conversion.
Panther 11, go.
Stafford. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Hey, smash Bronco. Take off.
Off the play fake, Young out to his left. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set. Mustang 19.
Young. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
The play fake. Now Young. They shakes him off. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Here's Stafford. He finds Robinson. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Eluding the pressure right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Second and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Again, it's Stafford. Caught by Wilson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
That is caught.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Stafford. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Stafford. Caught. It's Wilson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Stafford. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Here's Walker to start the drive.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll stretch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, Young. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Trying the left side with Walker. He's got it to the 43 here.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Young.
20. Open man down the field. That's Ligon.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Xavier Legette.
43 yards. yards.
And the Panthers sure look like they're going to be moving to 8-1 as they add on to their lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
He finds his man, complete. It's Larson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Stafford.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down and 1.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 79 Broncos.
Throwing is Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
70 range. Let's go.
Throwing again is Stafford. And that is incomplete. That close on third down. I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on third and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Following the interception, Young. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there.
He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Robinson up the middle.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Robinson. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Back to throw, Stafford.
This one finds Wilson downfield.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And Young's going to throw it here. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 44 yards.
And the Panthers have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Down the right sideline.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Warriors, 70.
Young here to throw.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Cut that team. Roll, roll, roll. Go, Reed, go. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Ready.
Young to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 21 yards away.
And the Panthers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for him.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big connection on that one. 53 yards. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Carolina, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head